Austin Reaves quietly became one of the most improved players in the NBA this season. He averaged career highs of 20.2 points, 5.8 assists, and 4.5 rebounds per game, and transformed from an undrafted rookie into a pivotal cornerstone for the Los Angeles Lakers. And despite his impressive stats and clutch performances, most fans still don't realize just how valuable he truly is. Because not only is Reaves a key piece of the Lakers' success, he's quietly become one of the best third options in all of basketball. And that might be the most underrated weapon a contending team can have. So how did we get here? How did a kid from Newark, Arkansas go from undrafted to being this important on a team with LeBron James and Luka Doncic? Let's take it back to the beginning. Austin Reaves didn't have the 5-star ranking. He actually didn't have any stars. He didn't go to a blue blood school, and he definitely wasn't a projected lottery pick. He grew up in a small town in Arkansas, playing high school ball in gyms that didn't get much national attention. But Reaves was a hooper from the jump. His parents were both former college players, his older brother played D1, basketball was in his blood. Coming out of high school, though, he didn't have the hype. He was lightly recruited, eventually landing at Wichita State, where he started his college career as a role player off the bench. But Reaves wanted more. He transferred to Oklahoma and sat out a year, betting on himself. That's where things changed. By his senior season, he was the Sooners' go-to guy. He averaged nearly 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists, and had a knack for taking over late in games. But even then, scouts weren't sold. Too skinny, not athletic enough, undersized for a 2, not a pure point. And just like that, he went undrafted in the 2021 NBA draft. Most guys in that position, they're fighting for a roster spot, maybe a two-way contract, maybe even a few minutes off the bench in garbage time. But Austin Reaves didn't just stick, he earned a standard contract with the Lakers, and by the end of his rookie year, he started to earn his stripes on the roster and earned the respect of the locker room, one gritty play at a time. And every year since, he's gotten even better. In 2023, he broke out in the playoffs, averaging over 16 points a game, including a 23-point performance in Game 1 versus Memphis, where he famously shouted, "I'm him." That wasn't just a viral moment, it was the beginning of a trend. He parlayed that into a new contract, a bigger role, and a growing spotlight, and he hasn't backed down once. Fast forward to 2025, and Reaves isn't just a cool story anymore. He's a legit problem. Not just a role player, not a feel-good underdog. He's one of the most productive and trusted guards on a championship contending team. And what makes it even better, he's still doing it his own way. It honestly doesn't make sense until you watch him play. Reaves doesn't have crazy athleticism. He's not the fastest or flashiest guy on the floor. But his game? It's built on feel, IQ, timing, and that gritty confidence that you just can't teach. And what makes this so interesting is that we've seen players in his position before. Guys who had a breakout year, got paid, then disappeared when the lights got brighter. But that's not Austin Reaves. This season, with all eyes on the Lakers, he's gotten better, more efficient, more fearless, and in clutch moments, he's been excellent. The question now is this just a good stretch of basketball? Or is Austin Reaves actually one of the most impressive up-and-coming players in the league? To put it simply, Austin Reaves is a bona fide stud, yet the basketball world still seems to underestimate what he's truly becoming. Since the All-Star break, Reaves has elevated his game even further, averaging 22.2 points, 5.0 assists, and 4.6 rebounds over 26 games with an impressive 65% true shooting percentage. And when both LeBron James and Luka Doncic were sidelined, Reaves didn't just fill the void, he thrived. In those 9 games without either star, he averaged 27.9 points, 8.3 assists, and 6.6 rebounds, showcasing his ability to lead and carry the team. This isn't merely about statistics, it's about Reaves' growing significance to the Lakers right now, and his potential impact in the years ahead. In an NBA landscape where the third option can be the difference maker for championship teams, Reaves stands out as one of the most valuable and underappreciated players in the league. Austin Reaves isn't built like your typical NBA star. He's not the fastest, not the strongest, and not the most athletic. But what he lacks in raw flash, he makes up for with feel, footwork, and filthy fundamentals. Reaves plays like a seasoned vet, and at just 26 years old, that's rare. He's one of the best guards in the league at using pace to his advantage. He doesn't rush, he doesn't force, he waits for defenders to make a mistake, then punishes them. Whether it's a step-back jumper, a slick Euro step in the lane, or a no-look dime to the corner, this year he's become a legitimate three-level scorer. He's deadly in the mid-range, crafty around the rim, and he's shooting nearly 38% from three on a high volume. That kind of shot creation and consistency is just uncommon for a third option. But where does Reaves really separate himself? That's in his playmaking. With the ball in his hands, he can initiate offense like a point guard. He sees the floor, manipulates defenders in the pick and roll, and makes the right read almost every time. You want a comparison? Think Manu Ginobili. Manu was never the most athletic guy on the floor either, but he was unpredictable, smart, clutch, and impossible to speed up. That's exactly how Reaves plays. But the comparison runs deeper than just playing style. Manu Ginobili was the ultimate third option during the Spurs dynasty. He wasn't the leading scorer, that was Tim Duncan. He wasn't the lead ball handler either, that was Tony Parker. But Manu was the connector. He was the guy who could shift momentum with one play, whether it was a clutch three, a wild Euro step through two defenders, or a laser pass in transition. He knew his role in big games. And maybe most importantly, he closed. Even when he came off the bench, Ginobili was always on the floor when it mattered most. Popovich trusted him in the biggest moments because he made winning plays. That's what Austin Reaves is becoming for the Lakers. He can score 25 one night, then turn around and dish out 10 assists the next. He's that hybrid guard every modern team wishes they had. Someone who can take pressure off your stars, punish mismatches, and close games with confidence. And defensively, he holds his own. He's never going to be a lockdown guy, but he's gritty. He fights over screens, takes charges, makes the right rotations. He's not a liability. He's engaged. In short, he plays winning basketball. And when you look around the league, there's a very short list of guys who can be your third best player and still close playoff games on both ends. Reaves is one of them. Just like Manu, he may not always lead the box score, but his fingerprints are all over the win. If we're going to talk about one of the best third options in the NBA, Austin Reaves' name has to be in that conversation. I think Reaves is a top 5 third option in the league. In terms of the value he brings to the Lakers, he's up there with whoever you consider the third best player on the 3 best teams in the NBA. I'm talking about guys like Derek White and Kristaps, Evan Mobley and Garland, and J-Dub and Chet. But that's a conversation for another video. Let's go back to right now. Austin Reaves is proving he can be the best third player on a team that can win a championship. And the craziest part, he's doing it in plain sight, but barely anyone's talking about it. In today's NBA, teams are scrambling to build big threes, but most of them can't even find a reliable second option. And the few teams that do, their third guy is usually either inconsistent or one-dimensional. But the Lakers, they've got Reaves, a player who can score efficiently, create for others, defend multiple positions, and close games. He doesn't need the ball to make an impact, but if you give him the ball, he can run the offense like a lead guard. He's the ultimate connector. Whether he's playing alongside LeBron or sliding into small ball units next to Luka this season, he adapts. He blends in, he elevates the guys around him. That's the kind of player who wins you a playoff series. And here's where it gets scary for the rest of the league. Reaves is still getting better. He's only in his 4th year, but his game is evolving fast. His decision-making is sharper. His jumper is more confident. His handle is tighter. And his feel for the moment, cold-blooded. We're not talking about potential anymore. This isn't a he might get there conversation. He's here, right now. This version of Austin Reaves, the 2025 version, could absolutely be the third best player on a team that makes a deep playoff run. And that's not a hypothetical. That's exactly what the Lakers are trying to do. Reaves might be the piece that makes the Lakers actually dangerous, not just on paper, but when it matters most. Because while LeBron and Luka are still the headliners, Reaves is the glue, the guy who does a little bit of everything, efficiently, fearlessly, and unselfishly. And if the Lakers go on a run this postseason, it won't just be because of their stars. It'll be because Austin Reaves is playing championship caliber basketball as their third option. That's exactly what makes him so dangerous. And here's the wildest part of all this. Austin Reaves is doing all of this on a team with the biggest market in the entire NBA, with LeBron and Luka taking up much of the spotlight and the weight of title expectations for the Lakers. That's pressure that most young players would fold under, but not Reaves. In fact, you could argue he thrives in it. Think about what's coming for the Lakers. LeBron is nearing the end. The team is preparing for a massive identity shift. And with so much uncertainty ahead, one of the only constants they can count on is Austin Reaves. In a league filled with international stars, mega contracts, and constantly changing rosters, Reaves is a throwback, a hooper's hooper, the kind of player championship teams are built around, even if he doesn't get the headlines. The truth is that Austin Reaves isn't just underrated, but that he might already be the bridge to the Lakers' next era. Because while the rest of the NBA is focused on what's next, the Lakers already have it. But what do you think? Can Austin Reaves be the third best player on a championship team? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss the next drop. We'll catch you in the next one.